He tossed aside a successful but hectic career at the age of 34 and took a two-thirds cut in salary to work as a driver for the Ottawa Food Bank. Almost a quarter of a century later, Peter Tilley is still working for the less fortunate in our city. He spent 14 years as head of the Ottawa Food Bank and the last 5 leading the Ottawa Mission, the shelter for homeless men in downtown Ottawa. I spoke to Peter about his life decisions and the rewards he's gained.
I was working from about 6:45 in the morning because I was running the industrial division, Norm, so I had about 100 to 120 people out working for me on jobs every day. So they could be 10 at this moving company, 5 at this construction company. Most of the jobs started around 7 or 8 a.m., so I was in early. By 7 a.m. I was dealing with the headaches. Hey, it was a temporary agency. People who were looking for work for one reason or another hadn't been able to find a job. Quite often they were unreliable. So my day started from 7 to 8 o'clock with people yelling at me on the phone because 5 of my 7 guys had showed up. Where are the other 2? Stressful, good pay. I was on commission, straight commission. And I'd had enough for several months. I was looking at other opportunities, and then the food bank called. For me, it was a spiritual search as well, too. I remember hearing an impassioned plea from a pastor about paying back Caesar's things to Caesar and God's things to God, and who are you slaving for? And I thought, I think I can make more of a difference doing that other piece, giving back to my community, giving back to am I allowed to call it mankind still? Is it people kind now? So I just wanted to give back, and through it, who knew that fulfillment was, self-fulfillment was going to be a part of my reward. I was driving into work one morning to the food bank, a job I loved. And you knew of my work when I was there and all the programs we'd done. And I was driving in one day, Norm, and I just thought, oh, the calendar for the year. So coming up is the Scouts Metro Food Drive in early first Saturday in November. OC Transport Loblaws Drive first Saturday in December. Then we're going to have the Christmas campaign. Then we'll do this. Then we'll do that. And I ran them all through. And the calendar was starting to look the same again and again. And I was starting to think it may be time for a change. The mission came calling, and I thought, wow. So at the food bank, delivering food to the programs who were feeding the poor, but as a driver and through my work at the food bank, I'd gotten to know the Ottawa Mission. They were by far and away my favorite shelter. And I thought, what an opportunity to be part of the Ottawa Mission and be part of carrying on Diane Morrison's legacy and innovating and bringing in some new programs ourselves. So here I am. These people come from troubled childhoods. They come from really broken homes. If you read Dr. Scott Peck and The Road Less Traveled, and he talks about those formative years and the damage that can be done in those formative years, I think that's a lot of what's happening here, and it's why our focus at the Ottawa Mission has been moving in a direction of enhancing mental health supports, enhancing the addiction supports, and then getting people ready for housing to move on into the community. And I think that's been a big part of our new legacy as we move forward, is life-changing, changing people and setting them up to succeed rather than staying in that cycle of going from this shelter to that shelter, this addictions program to that addictions program for 10, 15 years of their life. Is maybe in their mid-40s we can reach out to them and change them, come in touch and contact with that past trauma and change the behaviors for the future. It's working really well. The conversations have to be even stronger about how do we catch these people at youth? How do we catch somebody who's left a broken home at 17 or 18? Do you really want that one big fight with the parents where that adolescent has been pushing those teenage boundaries at home to the point where the parents can't take it anymore and the adolescent can't take the parents anymore, and there's that split? I'm out of here. Really? Did I'm out of here mean you're going to end up at the Shepherds of Good Hope or the Ottawa Mission or another organization, coming into contact with a whole group of people that you probably shouldn't have influencing you at 18 or 19 or 20 years old? How do we stop that then? these are the best years of our lives, sometimes between 25 and 55, and they're spent working in a job we hate to build up a pension to retire on. And then even then, I know a lot of people now, my age, I'm 57, I know a lot of people in my circle, 60, 65, who have that great golden pension, and they sit at home frustrated, doing nothing, filling time. Well, I guess we'll go on another week's vacation somewhere. Really? Was that what it was all about? So I think I would encourage more people to follow their heart, even if it means readjusting the lifestyle, readjusting the goals. But darn it, you've got one life to live. Enjoy it while you can, fulfill it.